don't know.
Absolutely.
Man, 40 GLOCC and some affiliates, and they stopped. I believe Lil Wayne. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Coming from a video shoot.
Right.
They were coming from a video shoot, and they were in LA. And what my man was basically saying is they gang banging, disrespecting certain areas of LA, blah blah blah, or just certain affiliates. And then they stopped to talk to him.
Is this all right?
Right.
Yeah. You can go ahead and explain more or details.
It was basically, I don't know if y'all too familiar with that old TV special was Come On, these kids, it was called Scared Straight.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's basically what he's doing. He's just, you know, like he's serious out here, just let him know.
Yeah.
You know.
So what you're saying is basically overall is that there's dudes out there who really aren't doing it, but front like they know what they're...
Right. It's a difference when you front and you even though you're doing it and we know you're not a part of it or whatever, that's cool.
Right.
But like they start jumping the boundaries.
What are the boundaries?
Like when you disrespecting a culture that you don't know nothing about. So
and how are they doing that? What was it that triggered and upset you?
Say like, okay, you know, Southern California, we like we real territorial and we gang bang infested.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of our life, part of our culture. And it's like things you do, a blood would do to diss a Crip, or a Crip would do to diss a blood. That's what they started doing. You know what I mean? Like on some 89 type rap.
Yeah, they're going back to colors.
Yeah, but doing it more metaphorical. And you know, sliding with it. And they was doing it a lot. And it was time to, you know, put a check down on it and let them know, like, yo, you indulging in something you don't know about, nothing about. And we get real offended. Right. You know what I mean? So we have to bring that to the table.
So then what happened? I mean, like, for those people that aren't out there, I'd rather you describe it than us, because we just saw as viewers. You were there. I mean, you were making it hot. So what happened? You guys got out the truck, out the cars, right? You boxed them in somewhere? I don't know. I mean...
Right, I mean, you know, it was rather regular Southern California modern day activities.
I mean, for these dudes, I mean, you're not the first dude to come in here. And we've had some other guests, I won't name names, just it is what it is, that has not accused, but just maybe put out there that there's dudes out there who are really faking the funk. Like, don't come out here and front on some stuff that you're not really about. If you're gonna be about it, be about it. Don't come out here and pretend you're about it. I mean, that's what's disrespectful, you're saying?
Yeah, it's not just pretending you're about it, it's pretending you're about it and at the same time you're disrespecting it. You know what I mean? So
using it? You mean like using it to
no, like they were like in their terms of what they were doing.
Right.
They were going real disrespectful. Like they were saying things that was real offensive to Crips, and you know what I mean. And
what kind of stuff was he saying specifically that offended you? I mean, I'm just trying to get down to the core.
I mean, like it was just regular gang bang words that you use. You know what I mean? And he was, that would offend the Crip, and how a Crip would offend a blood, but I'm like, we from California, we from Southern California, we don't even do that on record.
Yes, there's a code on the LA streets for listeners, and you know what I'm saying. And if you're in the hood or the neighborhoods or whatever you want to call it, and you're gang banging, then you're gang banging. Right. But you're not allowed to do it over a record. It's like a blue code with the police department or something. So you can't just play. We can't play like this.
Well, yeah, you can't play like that, or you know, it's real repercussions and so forth on that. Like we don't even indulge in that. So we ain't trying to go back. We even came so far to where I even kick it with Bloods myself. You know what I mean? Crips, all that. So it's like for them to try to go back and do something that we've really done and progressed on it. Okay. They taking it back to some 89.
Just to make it cool and sell some albums.
Right.
And that's one of the things I want to bring up with you, bro. I've been watching you, and I've seen like your videos from the past and stuff. And it used to be more aggressive and stuff now, and now it's more. I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying, there's some intellectual behind it, and it's more of a reason to why you're doing stuff. Is that part of like a new image? I mean, I don't want to say a new image, but it's like just the growing.
I feel like I played offense, and now I'm playing defense. Okay. You know, I did my touchdown. I'm not worried about nothing else. Either they could let it go or they could escalate it. But it's not escalating as far as on my end.
Yeah. So you're saying it is what it is. So for them, for Lil Wayne specifically, are you saying that him, or did you say, or you still feel maybe like he's a fake thug, like completely, like don't know really nothing about it? Like, and what I meant earlier by when I said they use it is that image, and you know, being a blood, you know, and how he interacts with his music, and you said he crossed the line that obviously if he maybe was involved in it, he may not otherwise have done because he would have known this code that you talked about.
Of course. Yeah, so it's definitely fake. You know what I mean? Anybody, I mean, it's only right that we tell the youth too that it's fake, because that don't cost a lot of kids out here their lives to get to playing like that. They really don't.
Just for fun.
Yeah, and they just watching, you know what I mean? And kids do pick it up. We know it's entertainment, so it's cool to entertain, but also you gotta educate them and let them know. So if he ain't gonna tell them, I'm gonna definitely let him know.
As you said.
You can't make light of a situation that's actually a serious thing.
Right.
Real talk. It's 93.5 KDAY. That was a damn remix. 40 GLOCC in the building right now. My man Trey is here, and we were talking about gang stuff. I want to get to a little bit of the album and the new projects you're working on. New World Agenda is the name of the album, right?
Yes, sir.
And when can everybody expect that?
Expect that at the end of February. Independent, 100%. You know what I mean? Through Fontana Universal, I did my label deal with, so you know, got distribution and, you know, with budgets. Pushing the
Better to go solo, better to go independent
that
right nowadays.
Word,
it's all you.
100%, man.
Ringtones and everything.
All that.
Yeah.
Ringtones, man. You call my phone, man.
Yeah.
As it should be.
We got another single we're going to get into a little bit later, but I want to shoot out the website that you can get all the new.
Bro. Busted, disgusted, you know, till now, I got everything myself, you know what I mean, from the ground up. I ain't never had a handout, never been spoon-fed, you know. I come from eating off the ground,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I see, yeah.
But, to say that, you know, when I got with Mobb Deep, we was there, and we just, you know, it was like brothers. And then, you know, we went set with Jimmy Iovine after a jive deal. Jimmy wanted to put us with, EP and Heavy set with Jimmy Iovine. That's when I first met Jimmy. And so I was like, he wanted to put us with 50 Cent, and then we went over with 50. And you gotta keep in mind, I'm a dude from the ghetto. I ain't got no school history, I don't know social studies, I don't know none of that. I learned all that off of traveling by the grace of God with 50 Cent and Mobb Deep, you know what I'm saying? He took me around the whole world, you know what I mean? I've been around the country, in and out the country, everywhere. Places I don't even know how to pronounce, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well, I'm like, what's New Zealand? You know what I'm saying?
But I love it.
Right, you know what I'm saying? India, you know?
That's what's up, man. You also said that, just now I want to mention, you said you've never been handed anything in spoon-fed ever.
Right.
And that's something that you've accused other rappers of being like the game.
I mean,
being as one of those. Am I wrong with that?
I mean, yeah, he's been spoon-fed, you know what I mean? But I look at any because I'm an independent, and I'm at the same time I'm my own investor, I'm my own CEO. You know what I mean? So
on marketing, on street team, on promotion.
So it's like, with that being said, spoon-fed is when you got a handout. You know what I mean? It's you depending on somebody else. You know what I mean? With a record label, when you're an artist and you gotta go and you sign to a major, you're just an employee. And you really getting sharp as an employee. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of dudes don't know. That's why, like, I like to educate people and tell them, if you look at the record sales, like Beyonce now, yeah, they touching money, but they ain't touching half the money they should have. If you selling 30 million records, why you only in the Forbes worth 300 million and 400 million?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you just make billions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that show you how much an artist get paid. They only get paid cents. And I learned that off of Snoop and my homies like Razzcast and J.O. and Corrupt. You know, everybody, all my dudes, Mobb Deep, with dudes with major deals. You know, artists they don't like to talk about that part of it.
Right.
In 3 points. You know what I mean? It's 3 cents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They make it sound real big and high tech, but you know, at the end of the day, it's hot pennies. You know?
So you would categorize Game then in the same box as like Lil Wayne and those cats then?
Yeah, he's on that level, but out here it's different because at the same time, even Game's from Southern California, so when you got like, it's okay to have what we call them busters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't want to do I'm not into the dissing no more. So you know what I mean? So let's just say if he's a buster, if he got homies in his hood, he can still be down with the hood. You know what I'm saying? We got his back. Like, he's a buster, but nobody better not touch him. You know what I'm saying?
Still kicking.
Right. So it'll reiterate a little bit. bit more. It was like, I'm my own label, I'm my own company. I'm everything. My label's called ZRU Life. So, like, this viral game, like, I was ahead of a lot of majors with my viral game.
Yeah.
So, you know, to where YouTube cut me checks for my YouTube page and everything. And it's like, I get paid for that. I had super traffic come into my. Everybody want to see 40 GLOCC, they got to come to my YouTube channel, Big Bad Farewell. So they was coming there to see anything I was doing. And then I noticed my traffic going down. And then I was like, where my traffic going? And there was this new site called Worldstar. And I noticed that a lot of my hits is going over here, you know, and every time something get put up on me, my content was getting stole, ripped. You know what I mean? So,
they would embed it through them, so Worldstar would get the clicks.
And then they get the clicks, you know what I mean? So everybody started getting accustomed to watching my stuff over there. So at the same time, I was ready to trip back in, and Fifth, the one was like, nah, it's good promo for it, you know, probably need da-da-da. He calmed me down. And then so I was cool with that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So as years go by, I let it slide, and then I felt what I started calling them is an internet crook, because when you do that, now, after they got to their certain status, they like sent word that I had to pay like $7K to put a video on their site and so forth. I was like,
so they were getting all these hits from you, right? From your stuff.
Right.
And
if you search my name on their site, you'll see hits in the millions from them using the likeness of my name and videos that they ripped from me. I never sent them a video. So that's what that was all about. But
and then they flipped it and said, now for a video on our site that you want, you have to pay us for it.
Right.
They built themselves up, and now they have the audacity to even try to charge you when they should be sending you something
right.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was cool. I was cool with it. I had to accept the fact, like, just as long as you put my stuff up, still cool. That was cool. I wasn't tripping. But then when I seen when they was trying to charge me and get money, I'm like, yo, now you think I'm a bum? Like, now I'm finna get real aggressive. Like, I'm cool, I'm humble, man. As long as you don't come at me, man, the pit bull come out of me.
Right. So where do you go from there with that? I mean, where's that all at?
Well, you know, that's all worked out now. You know, it was, I mean, as grown men, I talked to the owner. He reached out to me like a man. We discussed it, and, you know, we came to a conclusion, and we're with Worldstar now. They support us in 40 GLOCC, and, you know, we all good. Shout out to the home. Just like mind you, I said, I don't got no convictions. I haven't did nothing there, never been arrested there, nothing. So it was like, you basically just did that to me off of entertainment. Yeah. You're looking at stuff and you want to say, oh, well, he's saying that he's a part of. I can say anything I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a right to freedom of speech.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just because I'm saying it don't mean you got proof I'm doing it. You know.
So what's the parameters on the ban? I mean, what you can't go there.
Nah,
period?
I can't go there. Period, or I get arrested. But you know, I still do me. You know, I believe in obeying the law, but when I feel like I'm a person that I fight for what I believe in. Yeah. So, you know, you gotta take me out. So I keep getting back up, dusting myself off, and coming right back. And I spent a lot of money. You know, I spent like about 35K fighting it. And even though I lost, you know what I mean, they was so hot that I was fighting it, and that's what I got my thrust from. And I was really like. The officers actually got on the stand and told the judge, if you let him off on this, then the whole city and everybody out the country, around the country is gonna laugh at us.